Good evening, and I'm Christopher German for KCTV News for Friday, December 12th, 2025. The top stories we're following for you: a Klamath Falls man was taken into custody in Douglas County last week following an alleged crime spree that included multiple felony charges. And we have an exclusive report on this feather banner permit that the city is now calling to enforce, and we have a report on that as well. And this weekend is setting up for a bright and mild weekend as stubborn low clouds and fog become less intrusive. And we're now broadcasting this newscast on YouTube, so smash that subscribe button and follow us every day for local news from the Klamath Basin for the Klamath Basin. And tonight's news is brought to you by...
Wishing you a Merry Christmas!
And a Happy New Year from everyone here. Cheers!
At KCTV, we're decking the halls and trimming the tree, and we want to invite all of Klamath County to join us. Send us your Christmas greeting to your friends and neighbors in the basin, and we will air it all month long on our channel and in our broadcasts. What better way to show your love for our community than with a holiday wish to everyone in the Klamath Basin? 'Tis the season to be merry and get your business some recognition for the holidays for just $100. And from all of us at KCTV, have a blessed and warm holiday season. Well, our top story: a Klamath Falls man identified as Christopher Michael Garrison was taken into custody in Douglas County last week following an alleged crime spree that included multiple felony charges. The arrest has drawn attention due to the man's prior release from the Klamath County Jail on what local officials described as a forced conditional release due to issues with jail overcrowding. Garrison, age 36, was arrested on December 4th in Douglas County by Sheriff's Office deputies on a string of 8 felony charges, including multiple counts of burglary in the second degree and theft in the first degree, according to public booking records. The arrest was made in connection with an hours-long incident involving a property alarm and subsequent investigation. This incident follows Garrison's previous arrest and subsequent release from the Klamath County Jail in March of 2025 on similar charges, including burglary and criminal mischief. At that time, authorities cited overcrowding issues within the Klamath County Jail, which led to a mandated conditional release despite the serious nature of the pending charges. The case highlights the growing strain on jail resources in parts of Oregon, where limited capacity forces some jails to release individuals who have not yet resolved their court cases, relying on conditional release agreements to ensure the future court appearances. Garrison is currently being held in Douglas County on a no bail status. The city of Klamath Falls is preparing to formally enforce its regulations on feather banners, the tall vertical fabric signs commonly seen lining major commercial thoroughfares. The initiative, announced by the Development Services Department, aims to preserve the aesthetic quality and improve safety along key routes like South 6th Street and Washburn Way. City officials stated that the focus of enforcing this existing code, part of the Klamath Falls Community Development Ordinance, is essential for maintaining community appearance and ensuring visibility for both drivers and pedestrians. Feather banners, which are officially classified as temporary signs under the CDO, are intended for short-term use to promote specific events or sales. The city argues that their prolonged daily displays leads to deterioration and contributes significantly to visual clutter. Under the current regulations, businesses wishing to display these banners must first secure a temporary sign permit from the Development Services Department. However, there are explicit prohibitions. Feather banners are strictly not allowed within the downtown business zone or in any public rights of way. Businesses currently utilizing these temporary signs without a permit or those planning to install them are now required to submit an application prior to placement. We asked the city about other means of advertising, including flags, those blow-up wavy tube men, and other means of advertisement, but were not answered by anyone on the city staff. KCTV News also heard from several businesses that felt this was selective prosecution and believe that the city should be addressing other major concerns, including homelessness and vagrancy, as well as the numerous abandoned properties that are lining the downtown area and the city at large. Applications are available online or in person at Historic City Hall. The city emphasizes that enforcement efforts will support compliant businesses and enhance the overall experience of commercial corridors. The crackdown signals a firm commitment from City of Klamath Falls to uphold sign standards and curb the unregulated proliferation of temporary signage throughout the community. And the Oregon State Board of Education has formally adopted a complex set of new administrative rules aimed at fundamentally reshaping how the state's 197 school districts are measured and held accountable for student success. The new rules are the first major step in implementing Senate Bill 141, the 2025 Educational Accountability Act, spearheaded by Governor Tina Kotek. This new system shifts the focus from simple compliance to a more comprehensive evaluation of outcomes and requires shared accountability across the entire education landscape. The goal is to drive continuous improvement and address persistent achievement gaps statewide. The rules establish a set of 7 core statewide metrics that all districts must track: regular attendance for the district as a whole, kindergarten through 2nd grade attendance, a new focus area, 3rd grade English language arts proficiency on state tests, 8th grade math proficiency on state tests, also a new emphasis, and 9th grade on-track rate, 4-year graduation rate, 5-year completer rate, which includes students who earn a GED. In addition to these statewide standards, districts will also be required to select at least one local optional metric from a state-approved list, allowing them to measure non-academic outcomes like school climate or student health data. Early next year, the State Board of Education is expected to set specific performance targets for each of these metrics. For districts that fail to meet the performance growth targets, the system establishes a clear continuum of state support and intervention. After 3 or more years of non-achievement, the Department of Education is authorized to intervene, which includes the power to prescribe the use of up to 25% of the district's state school funds if necessary. The new rules will begin taking effect next school year, with Oregon Department of Education set to provide detailed guidance and support to school districts beginning in early 2026. And the Oregon State Capitol has gained national recognition for installing what is considered the largest set of multi-stall, all-user restrooms in any state legislature in the United States. The new facilities are part of the ongoing multi-million-dollar renovation and expansion project at the Capitol building. The new restrooms are located in 2 newly opened halls that flank the main rotunda. These multi-stall gender-neutral bathrooms are a direct result of building renovations needing to meet current codes rather than a specific directive from lawmakers or state officials. However, the unexpected outcome positions the Oregon State Capitol as a leader in creating more inclusive public spaces among state governments. Sign at the entrance of the new facilities clearly states, "This is a multi-stall, all-user restroom," marking a significant change from traditionally gender-segregated public facilities within legislative buildings. While Oregon already has laws in place supporting transgender workers and students using the facilities aligning with their gender identity, and a 2019 executive order requiring single-stall state bathrooms to be labeled as all-user, this new multi-stall installation marks the most substantial shift in the Capitol's physical infrastructure to accommodate all users. Klamath Falls is a lot of things to a lot of people, but the growing music industry in Klamath Falls is one thing that might surprise you. Thank goodness we have a music store on Main Street to meet the needs of musicians everywhere. A music store on Main Street specializes in services on stringed instruments and pianos. We have the largest selection of in-stock strings in Southern Oregon. Our family-run shop since 2011 has offered internet pricing with small-town service, including new large items like guitars, amps, electric pianos, effects pedals, and more. So stop in today at 1029 Main Street in Klamath Falls or call 541-205-6633.
We wish you a reggae Christmas.
Christmas is here at Pinky's of Klamath Falls. We have everything for that hard-to-shop-for person on your list, from clothing to artwork to smoking accessories. We carry it all. And stop in today and you'll get 20% off your purchase and a free $5 t-shirt. 'Tis the season for giving, and everything you need is at Pinky's of Klamath Falls.
You're welcome, Sizzler and Shabba. You're welcome.
And just in time for Christmas, the state of Oregon is affected by a nationwide recall of ground cinnamon products due to concerns over contamination with elevated levels of lead. The most recent recall announced by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration in December of 2025 involves Lucky Foods brand cinnamon powder. The affected product is sold in 40-gram pouches with a best before date of September 15th, 2027. TVC Distribution Corporate Distributor confirmed that the product was shipped to retailers, including grocery stores and supermarkets in at least 14 states, including Oregon. This alert is part of a broader ongoing investigation into ground cinnamon that began following the 2024 recall of lead-contaminated cinnamon applesauce pouches. The FDA has repeatedly advised consumers to check their pantries and immediately discard any recalled ground cinnamon products, even those with a long shelf life, as prolonged exposure to lead can pose serious health risks. While no illnesses linked to this specific cinnamon powder recall have been reported in Oregon to date, health authorities emphasize that lead exposure can be harmful, particularly to children, potentially causing developmental and learning problems. Consumers should refrain from using Lucky Foods brand cinnamon powder with the specified best before date and dispose of it immediately. For a comprehensive list of all brands and product details included in the FDA's public health alert, consumers are encouraged to visit the agency's official website. And Klamath Music has announced the rebranding of its long-running showcase series to the Klamath Stage, reflecting a greater commitment to the entire Klamath Basin musical community. The series is positioned as more than just a concert lineup. It's curated, performed platform designed to celebrate local talent from emerging artists to a seasoned performers, as well as the venues and visiting acts that contribute to the regional music scene. As Executive Director Nick Depew explained, our goal with the Klamath Stage is to elevate the visibility of the entire ecosystem. We're not just hosting shows, we're building a platform that honors the artists who shape our cultural landscape, the venues that give them the space to grow, and the audiences who show up to listen. The 2025-26 season will run monthly from January 15th through September. Events will rotate through local spaces that sustain live music in the area, including pizzerias, tap houses, a resort, and open mic venues. The season kicks off at Mia and Pia's Pizzeria and Brew House and will feature a mix of unplugged sets, genre-spanning shows, and special open mic night dedicated to beginning talent and newcomers. All events are free and open to all ages, with the exception of the 2 shows which will be held at the Running Y Resort, which will have a modest $10 cover charge. And Oregon has experienced an exceptionally warm November, setting a new statewide record for the month, with temperatures averaging approximately 5.9 degrees Fahrenheit above the long-term normal. This record-setting warmth has significantly disrupted the start of the winter sports season across the state. The persistent high temperatures caused precipitation to fall as rain instead of snow across the mountain basins, leading to what officials and meteorologists are describing as a growing snow drought, particularly in central Oregon. Several major ski resorts in the Cascades have been forced to stall their openings. Dates with minimal snow base reported well into December. The slow start is impacting snow-dependent businesses, from ski rental shops to local hospitality in communities that rely heavily on winter tourism. This temperature anomaly in Oregon mirrored an unusually warm month across much of the western United States, which saw multiple states setting their own records for November warmth. Climate scientists have highlighted the significant risk posed by warm temperatures as it can convert mountain precipitation from crucial snowpack, which acts as a natural water reservoir for summer months, into less beneficial rainfall. The continuation of this warm weather trend is expected to worsen the current snow drought conditions in the Cascades and other parts of the American West. And a local Klamath Falls family is grappling with immense loss after 2 of its members were killed in a 2-vehicle crash on Highway 140 East on the day before Thanksgiving, November 26th. The crash occurred shortly after the family had attended the funeral of another family member. The Oregon State Police identified the deceased as 24-year-old Caden Shakur Moses and 52-year-old Bonner Deb Connie, both of Klamath Falls. The 2 were traveling in a Cadillac CTS when the driver, Moses, attempted to pass another vehicle on the highway. Preliminary investigation indicates that the Cadillac clipped a Honda Civic that was also attempting to pass, causing the Cadillac to lose control, roll down the shoulder, and come to rest in a field. Moses, who was not wearing a seatbelt, was ejected and declared deceased at the scene, along with Connie. The tragedy has been compounded by the fact that the victims were reportedly leaving the funeral services for another relative who had passed away just days prior, putting the family through a devastating sequence of losses in a single month leading up to the holiday season. The local Klamath County community has rallied around the grieving family. Community leaders, including local churches and organizations, have initiated fundraising efforts to help cover the unexpected and substantial funeral and memorial expenses. The government response, primarily through the Oregon State Police and the Bonanza Fire Department, ensured that the immediate safety and the investigation of the crash site, which closed the highway for several hours. The incident has also prompted renewed informal calls from residents for increasing public awareness regarding safe driving practices, especially during the high traffic holiday period. And the boards of Willamette University, located in Salem, and Pacific University, based in Forest Grove, have signed a letter of intent to explore a merger, a move that would create Oregon's largest private university. Announced on Thursday, December 11th, the consolidated institution is tentatively named University of the Northwest and would serve a projected enrollment of over 6,000 students across multiple campuses. The president of both universities emphasized that this strategic plan is proactive and not driven by immediate financial distress, stating that both institutions are currently running balanced budgets. The rationale is to future-proof the universities against a challenging higher education landscape, including a national enrollment decline due to falling birth rates and public skepticism regarding tuition costs. By combining resources, the goal is to create a more resilient, innovative institution with the flexibility and the nimbleness of a small school, but the breadth and resources of a larger institution. The proposed structure is a collegiate university model designed to preserve the distinct identities of the undergraduate schools. The undergraduate colleges, Willamette College in Salem and Pacific College in Forest Grove, and the Pacific Northwest College of Art in Portland, which merged with Willamette in 2021, will maintain their current names, campus cultures, and separate admissions processes and academic programs and NCAA Division III athletic programs, including the continuation of the Bearcats and the Boxers rivalry. However, the institution would operate under a shared administrative structure and unified board of trustees, allowing for the consolidation of non-academic operations like IT and fundraising. Students across all campuses would gain expanded academic and professional pathways, including easier access to Willamette's programs in law, business, and data science, and Pacific's renowned health professions, such as optometry and physical therapy. The process involves extensive due diligence, negotiating a definitive agreement, and securing multi-step state and federal regulatory approvals. Officials expect the entire process to take at least 2 years, with the new institution potentially becoming fully operational by summer of 2026. This development follows the 2020 closure of Concordia University, which was Oregon's largest private university at the time, highlighting the increasing pressure on the region's private colleges. The merger is viewed by university leadership as a potential model for other small private institutions facing similar demographic and economic headwinds across the country. And let's do a little weather now, shall we? Klamath County is set for a bright, mild weekend as the stubborn low clouds and fog become less intrusive. Saturday is shaping up to be a bright and mild, featuring above average temperatures for the area. On Sunday, clouds are expected to increase slightly. Coastal areas have a slight chance of showers, but the interior region is anticipated to remain dry for the most part. Looking ahead to next week, a wetter pattern returns. Monday will likely see rain returning to the region, with highest chances falling along and west of the Cascades. For now, snow levels will remain very high, meaning most of the area will only experience rain. Forecast is trending towards a more active period of precipitation through midweek. There is good news for our local mountains. Snow levels are expected to drop on Tuesday and Wednesday. This will finally bring some much needed snowfall back to the higher elevations. Those specific details on snow levels and accumulation amounts will be clearer in the days ahead. And now it is officially the weekend, and we are done for this week. So tune in and get your views counted at KCTV, and make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube, where you will find this news every day now going forward. And make sure you log on to KlamathCommunity.tv for the latest news, weather, and lifestyle news, including these daily stories posted. And you'll find those exclusively on the KCTV news page at KlamathCommunity.tv. So for KCTV News, I'm Christopher German. I just got back from driving down to Volcanic Winery today, and the people down there have been so generous. We have a $100 gift card to Volcanic Winery because they're doing prime rib on the weekends now, or on evenings, and they're serving food out of their tasting room now. So all kinds of amazing things are happening there, and we are going to be offering a gift card for that. We got a $50 gift card from Jay's Steakhouse. We got a full evening and weekend kind of thing over at Clamoya Casino. We're going to be getting a basket from People's United Bank, which is going to have all kinds of things in it, I believe. We got $100 to open up a bank account at Pacific Credit Union. And there's so much more. There's so many people that have are donating to this. And, you know, this is just the first year of this. I imagine next year we're going to have tons and tons of people just throwing stuff into the pot so that we can give everybody a gift card, and, you know, we can do all kinds of crazy cool things. And this is all so exciting. So if you would like to get involved with KCTV's giveaway this year, there's still a lot of time. Pinkies, I just talked to Pinkies today. They're going to be giving us a hat and a shirt and a gift bag from Pinkies. All kinds of cool things happening, and it's just so amazing to be part of this. And I can't thank all of these businesses enough for supporting this idea that we can put a smile on everybody's face this holiday. And I have to get a place to do this on the 24th, but on the 23rd I'm going to be turning this thing into a home shopping network, because we're going to run down all of the prizes that we have, and we're going to have a lot of things to share right on my desk here, and it's going to all be on my desk here, and you're not going to be able to see me. I think it's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited for this. So thank you for watching. God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend. Santa is going to be showing up at Lake of the Woods this weekend. If you would want to head up there with the kiddos and, you know, go, they don't have any snow, obviously, but they're going to be doing wagon rides all around the property. They're going to have breakfast or brunch with Santa. It's going to be a huge event up there at Lake of the Woods. So if you want to get out and go do something this weekend, head up to Lake of the Woods and go have a good time up there. We're running out of time. Christmas is literally 12 days away now, and whoa, it's amazing, isn't it? How did we get here? How did we do this? But it's happening nonetheless. And if anybody wants to get involved with this, give me a call at 541-880-4913 or email me info@klamathcommunity.tv, and we'll come to your business. We will pick it up for you. We will make sure it's included in our daily tally and into our giveaway, and everybody can have a happy holiday this holiday season. I'm Christopher German. I'll see you guys again on Monday. God bless you for watching. Thank you so much for participating in this experiment we are trying with streaming television in the Klamath community. And as always, thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll see you guys again on Monday. God bless, good night, and take care of yourselves this weekend.
Have you noticed that Oregon is always a day late and a dollar short when it comes to national politics? By May, the decisions are usually made, and we Oregonians are left out of the decision-making process when it comes to national politics. Well, there's a group of people working to make our voice matter here in Oregon when it comes to national issues called Make Oregon Matter. By moving our primary date to Super Tuesday each year, we can ensure that national candidates prioritize Oregon, and what's more, candidates of either party usually win their party's nomination if they win on Super Tuesday. And we need your help. Volunteer, donate, or sign the petition at makeoregonmatter.org today.